This little guy is called Oddrock. He's from Donkey Kong Bananza, and today I'm going to show you how I brought him into the real world with plastic, questionable design choices, and a total disregard for Nintendo's legal department. My kids have been playing this Donkey Kong Bananza game. They saw this Oddrock character and they were like, can we 3D print him? So we searched online, but I couldn't find a model of it anywhere. And then my kids were like, well, can you just model it yourself? And me, being the responsible adult that I am, said, absolutely not, go to bed. But then they just kept asking. You know, kids are like tiny lawyers. They love to negotiate. So eventually I caved and I was like, okay, I'll just do it myself. Just after I started modeling this, I did find a version online and it looks amazing, but it's not really made for 3D printing. I'll drop a link in the description if you want to check that out. I'm sure by the time this video is out, there's going to be a ton of models out there, but I was looking for a reason to really dive into Blender, and this seemed like a good project for that. I'm pretty comfortable with Maya and Fusion, and I would have used Maya for this since it's more of an organic design, but Autodesk's pricing is insane for a hobbyist at least. Autodesk is over here like, would you like to pay monthly or donate a kidney? So yeah, Blender it is. It's free, it's powerful, and I get to keep my kidney. So there was a learning curve with this. I didn't just jump in and start modeling like a wizard. It took me like a day or two to get used to it. But once you start to get the hang of it, it's awesome. And in a lot of ways, it's more intuitive than Maya. One thing that I had to learn was how to set up reference photos. I used front and side photos and worked in orthographic view, which is like the flat view without any perspective. This helps you block things out and it gives you a good starting point before you start adding detail. So then I added a displacement map. It takes a grayscale image and turns it into actual geometry. I made the graphics in Illustrator, UV mapped the model, and then slapped them on. Displacement maps are cool, but they make your file size way bigger because you have to subdivide your mesh a bunch just to get a decent amount of detail. So if your computer sounds like a jet engine during this step, that's normal. As I was modeling Oddrock, I kept coming up with new ideas for it. The original plan was to model it as one solid piece, but then I thought, you know what this rock needs? A jaw that opens like a treasure chest. So I added a hinge, and now it has a cool storage area.
Oh, and you can put your in there.
So the model does stand on its own, kind of, but it's a little top heavy and it wants to tip over. So I made a base with some pegs that the feet can slide into. I wanted this thing to be shiny, so I printed silk purple and silk teal PLA filament. Normally I like to print in PETG because it's more durable, but shiny PETG is like super hard to find for some reason. Now the pieces are printed and I just need to glue everything together. My go-to for glue has been this Ryobi glue gun. It's just super easy, it's fun to use, and ever since I got it, I'm looking for excuses to glue stuff together basically. So yeah, all in all, it was a super fun build. Turned out better than I expected, and my kids seem to like it, which is always a win. So if you want to print your own Oddrock, the files are in the description. And hey Nintendo, I'm not selling these, so please don't sue me. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think, and I'll see ya on the next one.